Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something really special, a pre-release unit of the brand new Xvive P58, the wireless guitar system. This hasn't even hit the market yet, and Xvive sent it to me so I could get an exclusive first look. So if you're thinking about buying it, this video is for you. Let's talk about the Xvive P58. Of course, freedom in general. In my case, I love playing guitar, and sometimes I like to stand and play guitar and walk a little bit here in my studio. Sometimes I need to record something in the control room, and my speakers are inside of this room here back in the other side of the wall. So sometimes I can pick up my guitar, I can go there and hear the sound that's being generated by my amplifier. So that's a very nice use case, like freedom in your studio when you're recording, when you're rehearsing. I think it's another thing, like you can, you don't have any cables. Sometimes you have small cables, so you cannot move a lot. Another thing, of course, is playing live on stage. That's an incredible use case because, you can walk, you can go to any place on stage without, having large cables. That's also amazing. So I got my guitar and the A58 to try and to test and see if we have any latency, or if I can feel any difference in the sound of my guitar, in the signal or anything. So it's very easy. So let me show you how to turn it on. So basically there is the toggle here. It says on and off. You just need to turn on. My receiver is right there in my pedal chain. It says channel 1, so I just need to make sure it is on channel 1, which is, and now I just need to connect it to my guitar. Really simple. And you can even, you can move it if you want to leave it, the way you think it's the best for your guitar. And you just need to start playing. So far, so good. Design-wise, I really like the design. I like the color. It is really solid. It is also, easy to turn on and turn off. Basically, this button here has only one option, which it basically mutes your guitar or your bass, and then the tuner basically turns on. It's really easy to use. I like the tuning system. It works pretty well, pretty standard. I tested with my guitar and super easy to use. You can also still use the quarter plug just in case if your transmitter dies. Let's say you're out of batteries, or it gets problematic, or it breaks during a show or something. You can get back to cables, and you just need to plug a cable here in the input. Well, to set this up, it's super easy. You just need to turn this thing on. You just make sure it goes to your amplifier or to the beginning of your pedal chain, and you just turn the transmitter on and plug to your guitar. Just make sure you're using the same channels and everything is going to work. The latency is pretty low. It says 5 milliseconds. You cannot even feel it. At least, for me, I was playing, fast guitar solos and stuff, and I could not feel the latency. Quality-wise, this is a 24-bit, 48 kilohertz digital audio quality. Because, in this little thing here, it basically converts the analogic signal, it converts to digital, and then it transfer all this data to your receiver, which basically also converts back to analog, and then the chain goes to your next thing, which could be your amplifier or your pedal. Another thing about this system is it uses the 5.8 gig. So the 5.8 is much faster than the 2.4 gig because the 5.8 can transmit larger amounts of data. So now you can, for instance, have a digital audio of 24-bit and 48 kilohertz of resolution, which is pretty high. And I use this in my studio, for instance. So you can transmit these chunks of data, and you send digital, you receive digital, and then of course this thing converts it back to analog, to the next thing in your chain. Could be your pedal, it could be your amplifier, and then you're gonna hear the sound. So all this process, it's going to take less than 5 milliseconds, which is pretty amazing. So let's talk a little bit about the transmitter. So it has a quarter input. Basically, you can use it on anything that's using a quarter input. You can use your bass, you can use on guitars, keyboards, or anything that has a quarter input on it. The battery compartment is very easy to access. Xvive says that you can replace your battery if it gets damaged or it stops working. We know that batteries after maybe 3 to 5 years, they can, they usually do not last a lot. So being able to replace the battery is extremely important. You have the toggle to turn it on and off. You also have the mode, so you can select active and passive mode. This side you have the USB port, so you can basically recharge it. You also have the channel selection LED and the power LED right here. Super easy to use. Another thing that's extremely important to mention is that the A58 transmitter offers both active and passive modes, making it compatible with all pickups, from passive to high output active pickups. So when using a guitar or bass with active pickups, you just need to hold the transmitter channel button here in the back for 3 seconds to turn on the active mode. When active mode is on, the active LED will illuminate here. So on the receiver side, you have the tuner on and off. You also have a quarter TS guitar input and output here. You have a true bypass and buffer bypass toggle selector here. You have the USB-C port output to charge the transmitter. You have the 9 to 12 volts DC input, and they screen with wireless RF LED and channel LED. And there is also a button here where you can basically change the channel or even scan if you want it. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Xvive P58. If you're looking for a reliable wireless system, this is definitely one to consider. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check the link in the description for more information, and thanks for watching.